Chief Minister Shri Nabin Patnaik, other dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, in order to be able to facilitate a successful journey with Odisha, we need to be invested in human capital development, and my presentation is going to give you a glimpse of how we are proceeding about it. The Honorable Chief Minister has given us a singular mission, and that mission is the top sentence. It says that we have to shift the conversation from skill to skilled in Odisha. And he has challenged us that people need to say, are you skilled or are you skilled in Odisha? So we want to be able to build an aspirational branded idea that the best skilled people come from the state of Odisha. In measurable terms, quantifiable terms, what it means is that in a 3-year time frame, corporate India would lock in talent in Odisha, and what kind of talent I'll talk to you about in a moment. In a 5-year period, we want global preference for people who have been trained in Odisha, out of Odisha. And last but not the least, we want the Odisha model to be worth emulating in other parts of the world. So we should be able to be a sandbox for innovation. So when people have great ideas about human development, about skill development in particular, they should look at us, and we will provide the soft infrastructure in which the model can be tested and tried before it is taken elsewhere. To give you a glimpse, we are very substantially investing in reinvigorating the ITI infrastructure. We have close to 70 government ITI, close to 600 private ITIs. And the first step that we have taken, for the first time in the history of ITI institution in the entire nation, we sent 100 ITI principals to ITE, which is the mecca of skill development in the world, to Singapore, all the way to Singapore, for 2 weeks of intensive leadership development. Never been done anywhere else before. Now, when these principals came back, they have basically written down the new mission, vision, and values for the ITIs of the future. The mission they have written, and this is not not an imperative that the government has pushed top down. The principals have written this mission that they're here to transform society through the skilled professional. It's a very powerful statement. And the vision is that the physical, digital, intellectual infrastructure would be the best in the country, that great entrepreneurs and globally employable ITI graduates will be produced by the ITIs, and that will forge relationship at an international level. And 1/3 of our ITI trainees will be women, and I'll talk about women empowerment in a moment. And will also produce people who will distinguish themselves as warriors for the planet in the fight for sustainability. The values that we are setting up for the ITI institution are human centricity, discipline, integrity, teamwork, and creativity. We are engaging with outstanding organizations like Tata Strive, for example, to augment the current skill development efforts by introducing life skill programs at the grassroots level, introducing ideas on sustainability, total quality management, entrepreneurship, and so on. What you see here is a group of Tata Strive change agents who now are embedded inside our ITI institutions, pretty much like Teach for India. They are located in the heart of where the ITI is. They live and breathe and work together with the ITI organization to create a different breed of skilled trainees from the state. Now, our challenge is really to say that our skilled individuals will not be people at the bottom of the pyramid. So a typical ITI has been producing welders, but we want them to think that, if you look at this picture here, this is a work of design. This is not a work of ordinary welding. So our children who are going through the skill development programs in the state will primarily look at themselves as artists, people who appreciate design, and designers even before they look at themselves as a trained workforce. We are also breaking the gender stereotype. You see this young lady, she is a 10th class pass from Bhubaneswar, daughter of a private driver, who was trained for 6 months in plastic extrusion technology and is working in a Japanese multinational in Delhi. Here she is working on the state-of-the-art machines. And we are not here to say that our young daughters are equal to sewing and nursing and all the traditional skills that we have allotted to women. We are pushing our women to drive locomotive engines, to run CNC machines, to be welders. And by the way, if you have a fancy for a Royal Enfield motorcycle, chances are very high that it was assembled by a group of Odia girls in their plant in Chennai. We have been at the forefront of skill development when it comes to implementation of national programs like the Did You JKY, which is a flagship program of Government of India. Second year in a row, Odisha is the #1 state in implementation. What kind of people do we create in the process? We'll talk about Wellspun a moment ago. This is a picture taken at Tirupur, which is the apparel capital of the country. A municipal town, 650,000 workers, produce 45,000 crores of turnover in knitwear as of last year. 30,000 crore of that 45,000 crore actually came from exports. Out of the 650,000 workers there, 50% are migrants, and of those 50% are young girls like the Tirupur queens, as I call them, the pictured in this photograph here. You look at this picture here, this is West Side Bengaluru. West Side has chosen Odisha as their most favorite recruitment ground for retail professionals. So these kind of people come from short-term training programs like the Did You JKY or PMKVY. If we look at the kind of employer endorsement that we are getting is substantial, and Mr. Narendran, not to put you on the spot here, you're on record saying that our workers' attitude towards learning and adaptability with Tata Steel's value system is highly appreciated, and I'm sure they will be a vital part of our growth story. If you look at on the left-hand side, that is Cafe Coffee Day Chairman, who's talking about service mindset, hardworking, ambitious, positive, and so on and so forth. So we're consistently getting very, very good feedback from the work ethic of the average Odia young professional, whether it's working inside Odisha or outside Odisha. One of the major things that we have experimented in recent times is the Nano Unicorn project. Let me briefly tell you what the Nano Unicorn project is. Unicorn, everybody knows, is an internet startup that is valued at $1 billion. So a company like Ola or Oyo or Flipkart. But what India really needs are nano unicorns, tiny people who are skilled individuals will produce a tiny startup in a tiny place, and they will employ maybe 1.5 people down 18 months. We think that this is very important for your success. When you build large plants, and you need also an ecosystem of good micro-level startups who will be able to support the kind of juggernaut that you collectively represent. So our job is to bring in philanthropic capital, make a risk investment into a small person who has just come out of a skill institution, and so don't stand in the job queue. Go through a 1-week intense MBA program, and then we give you ₹1,00,000 to start a business. If you return that money after 1 year, you pay no interest, and that money will fund another tiny nano unicorn. The first project of 100 has taken off brilliantly, and this year we are expanding it to 1,000, and next year we'll expand it to 3,000. And here the issue is not giving money, the issue is capturing the narrative. So this is the first batch of nano unicorns, and in the interest of time, I will probably talk to you offline if you like. At the Indian Institute of Technology, Bhubaneswar, which is one of the largest campuses of IITs anywhere in the country, the largest actually, we have set up an augmented reality, virtual reality incubator and skill center to be able to not just create low-end skills, but absolutely high-end skills in the days to come. Honorable Chief Minister will tell you a little bit about this in a moment. We are also very strongly positioning Odisha as the skill capital of the country and taking a very frontal role in the World Skills Competition. We have Mission 123, which basically means that in the coming World Skills, Odisha must contribute 1 gold, 2 silver, and 3 bronzes. You'll be glad to know that the Eastern regional competitions have just gotten over, and Odisha has come out as the largest single state of winners among all skills across, and produced 25 winners who will now represent the Eastern states at the National Skill Competition coming up in October. We hired Leo Burnett, the international brand agency, to actually look at the branding aspects. And this logo that you see here, first time has been done in the history of the country, practically anywhere in the world, where we're trying to brand an idea, a skill idea called Skilled in Odisha. You have heard about Bhubaneswar as a temple city. That's because Bhubaneswar is home to 1,000 temples, each more than 1,000 years old. But if you look at this map, it is also Skill City Bhubaneswar, because today if you look at Bhubaneswar, per square kilometer, it has got the largest number of skill development centers compared to any other state capital in the world. So please come to us. We are ready when you are ready. Thank you.